What's up, players? It's ET13 and welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a review of the 2018 movie Aquaman, starring Jason Momoa from the Game of Thrones television series. For this review, we will cut it down to 5 separate categories, starting with the acting and the cast of the movie. Then we will continue on with the writing and script, and then we will touch on the direction the movie's director, James Wang, went on, and then we will start to wrap up with the special effects. Now, granted, it's a DC movie, so we know how that'll go. Completely not looking at you, Henry Cavill. And finally, to finish frying the fish of a movie we have here, we will end on the cinematography. And then after I've given you my piece-by-piece review, I will give you a quick paragraph summary on how I think the movie, and I'll give you my review as a critic. And then after that, I will give you my moviegoer's review out of 5 popcorn bags. And as a bonus, I will quickly say what I think the future of the DCEU will be if they follow the Aquaman formula. Granted, it's made almost $1 billion at the time of recording this video, so I think DC should start following Aquaman's formula. Also, for anybody who hasn't seen the movie, this will be a spoilery review, so a spoiler alert is in order. I would recommend going to see the movie before you listen to my review. On with the video! During the movie, the acting was pretty good. However, the actress that played Aquaman's mother, Nicole Kidman, was not for the part. But overall, the acting was cheesy in certain areas, but other than that, it was pretty good. I would definitely say that is one of the best parts of this movie, is the acting and casting choices for the movie. Jason Momoa is a perfect Aquaman. Out of 5 stars, I give it 4.5 for acting and cast. Like I said earlier, there was some cheesiness in the acting. Well, that also affected the writing and script. There was a lot of cheesiness in that. But other than that, the script was pretty solid. The story bugged down in certain parts. I was like, can we skip this part? Why are we worrying about this? And basically, if you don't want to see this movie, basically, if you watch Black Panther, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and Thor, you get this movie. But I would give the writing and script 3 out of 5 stars. Even a $900 million movie can have flaws. In this, I'm talking about the direction. The director, James Wan, went in a very cliched, when I say very, I mean extremely cliched way of filming a movie. Almost every scene I could predict way before it was happening. Everything that happened in the movie, I was not surprised about. Except for the kaiju in the big climax fight of the movie. I did not expect that. When I saw a tentacle, I thought, oh, it's the Kraken. I was wrong. It was a humongous, awesome monster. For that, I am happy. And for the direction, I give it 2 stars out of 5. Now, let's be honest here. It's a DC movie, so it will not have a good review when it comes to CGI. While watching this movie, I realized we have not yet fully gotten water to the point we have like apes. The Planet of the Apes movies, the new trilogy, has amazing CGI. Marvel movies, they're decent. Thanos looked amazing. But we have not yet gotten water to the point where it looks good. So a lot of the water looked fake and weird in this movie. Them floating around in the water looked weird. All the stuff that happened underwater had a fake feel to it. Black Manta looked fakeish. But there were certain parts that looked good. The Mosasaur, the Kaiju. There were a lot of creatures that they did great work on when it comes to CGI. Not all of it was good, but they did have its ups and its downs. I would definitely give this movie a 1.5-star review when it comes to special effects. When it came to the angles they used, it was very good. When Aquaman was on top winning, they angled upwards. When they looked down on him, it was when he was in trouble. They had a good job at angling shots and really getting the full action. However, slow-mo was used way too much, and it ruined the exciting action sequences when they put so much slow-mo. The lighting was pretty good too. There wasn't really a dark moment in the movie. There was a few whenever they arrived where his mother was located, but other than that, it was a very bright movie. You could see everything that was going on, and you really got that sense of it's under the ocean. Now, I did say earlier that the CGI did not look good, but you still have that ocean feeling while watching the movie. Out of 5 stars, I would give the cinematography 2. And for a short summary, this is how I would explain this movie, looking at it from a critic's point of view. The acting was good, there was some cheesiness throughout the movie, but nothing I couldn't handle. Nicole Kidman's character was not the perfect casting call for her, but she did a good job, I thought. The writing was a little cheesy, but overall it had a pretty sturdy script. Can't really complain there. Looking at it from the direction they were going, very cliched, very predictable, which could have been better. They could have come up with some more original ideas, but it was a fun movie to see as you're like, oh, this is what's going to happen. Oh, I know what's going to happen. And then get that one surprising scene. The special effects, of course, it's not going to be good. Like I said, it's DC, but it's definitely one of DC's best. And last but not least, the cinematography. The angles were good. Too much slow motion. The lighting was good. They could have, like I said, worked on the slow-mo. There was a little too much. But looking at it from a critic's point of view, I would give it 3 out of 5 stars. It's an okay movie. It's not a great movie. It's not a horrible movie. It's just in the middle. And before I tell you what I think the future of the DCEU will be, I'm going to give you a quick summary on what a moviegoer's review of this movie would be out of 5 popcorn bags. In short, it's a fun movie. I love all the action. It's got some funny moments in it. I love Jason Momoa as Aquaman. He's amazing. The villain was a very good villain. Love this movie. I love all the creatures and designs they have in it. Out of 5 popcorn bags, I would give it 4 out of 5. So as of right now, DC's got so many movies in the works. They've got the Joker movie this year. They've got another Joker movie planned. Man of Steel 2, Suicide Squad 2, The Batman, Cyborg, Flashpoint, the list goes on and on. Basically, they've got a lot of movies planned. And these movies could be box office phenomenons or box office failures. What DC needs to do is look at Aquaman and Wonder Woman and see what made them so good. One thing was they didn't set up a whole multiverse. I'm totally not looking at you, the mummy. But they need to look and say, oh look, Aquaman made almost $1 billion and probably will cross $1 billion before the end of this month. They can be like, oh, this made it successful. We're going to tweak that slightly for the Joker. And then boom, Joker's a box office hit. If they keep doing this, Marvel will soon have to start stepping up their game. And if they keep making box office hits, they'll get more money from Warner Brothers to make better movies and their production value will go up. So with Aquaman, this can be a turning stone to make the DCEU one of the most successful cinematic universes today in Hollywood. But that is my quick thoughts and feelings of the future of the DCEU. So, I think that'll be a wrap for this week's review of 2018's Aquaman, starring Jason Momoa. And even though it's not a Godzilla video, as always, don't let King Kong make a monkey out of you, G fans. See ya.